Mr. Umalo will introduce yourself, tell us about yourself, and tell us about this organization, the vision of the organization, and why are you interested in this position.
Okay. Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Sizulu Tutabu Kumalo. I'm a Zimbabwean. I was born in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. I am an upcoming chef. Studying at IHTI, International Hotel and Tourism Institute. So I grew up in Bulawayo. I was born the second born in a family of three, and I went to Fairview Primary School. Then later went to St. Columbus Primary School. So after during COVID, we're sitting at home. Then after COVID, the first 2 years after COVID, I got a job as a cook at one of Zimbabwe's biggest manufacturing firms. So I was cooking for the industry workers. So that was my duty every day, to make sure that we made food for the industry workers and that they eat in time in order not to delay the process in the manufacturing back in the firm. So I chose the organization Radisson Blue and its history. Radisson Blue, it was first established in the year 1960 in Denmark, Copenhagen. And then to bring it to Africa, the first branch of Radisson Blue to be opened in Africa was in the year 2000 in Cape Town, South Africa. So ever since then, they've expanded into other countries in Africa, countries like there's South Africa, there is Kenya, there is Nigeria, and there is Tunisia. So the reason why I chose Radisson Blue is because I love their idea and their policy about sustainability, because as a hospitality industry, it is important for us to not just focus on guest satisfaction, but also about preserving our natural environment. So Radisson Blue has a policy of preserving the natural environment, which includes the recycling of waste and the safe disposal of waste.
Thank you. How many branches of Radisson Blue do you know here in Kenya?
The ones I know in Kenya, I know three. There is one in Upper Hill, Radisson Blue Upper Hill. There is one in Arboretum, Radisson Blue Arboretum. And then, forgive my pronunciation for this one, but I
Very
think
well.
it's Radisson Blue Utangari, something like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very well. So you are applying as a commie chef.
Yes.
Yeah. What are some of the qualities of a good chef?
A good chef. Well, first and foremost, a good chef must have good communication, because a kitchen is a very, very dangerous place if not handled properly. So a chef must have good communication skills. A chef must have good leadership skills. A chef must have time management skills, and a chef must be someone who's open and friendly, not very harsh and timid. So those are some of the main qualities of a good chef.
Okay. Now, I understand that you are a South African man,
Yeah.
or the southern part of
Yes,
African. How will you impact our institution in terms of the cuisines? What are some of the cuisines you can carry on with, or you can bring from your region to ensure that those guys from southern part of Africa who are maybe visiting this place now can be able to eat with us, or can be able to fuse with our environment here? You see, we are home away from home.
Yeah.
What are some of the cuisines which you can incorporate?
Okay, so for starters, I think I'll incorporate the traditional dishes from the different tribes. There is a dish called uputu in South Africa. It's basically the insides of an animal.
The intestine.
The intestines, the liver, usually cooked together,
Okay.
and then it is served with ugali. So that is a dish. In as much as I think here in Kenya we can find a dish like that, but the cooking methods and the taste come out different.
Mhm.
So I'll bring in the way that they do it in South Africa or Zimbabwe. Um, we can also introduce other dishes. There's a dish which basically we use maize meal, and it's almost like making ugali, but we call it umpokoko. So it's dry ugali basically. That is scrambled ugali, I can say, and then you eat that with milk. It's a very common dish that side. So I'll
Like a
incorporate.
conflict, something you do like we eat the conflict.
Yeah, you do it like how you eat cornflakes, but it's you know how you make ugali,
Uh-huh.
but then it's scrambled. Like you don't get to the ugali part. You use little water, so it will be more of maize
Oh,
meal,
very well.
the maize flour, and then you just add sugar and then you eat it with milk. It's a very nice dish and a common dish in southern part.
Okay, my last question is salary expectation. How much do you expect us to pay?
Well, my salary expectations, considering that this is an entry level position as a commis chef, I would expect anything between 20 to 25,000
Thank you very much.
Kenya
Over to
shillings.
the executive chef.
Yes. Now, Mr. Dabo,
Yes, sir.
you want to become a chef,
Yes, chef.
and I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Looking at you physically and also the way you are expressing yourself, you can make a very good chef. Now, in the kitchen, we have some systems. I
Yes.
won't be able to take you through all the systems, but I'll just target the hygiene systems. You being a chef in this organization, let's say we have employed you in this organization. What are some of the checklists that you must have in the kitchen to ensure smooth running and also to ensure that the kitchen is in good order? Hygiene systems in particular.
Hygiene.
Yes.
Okay, for starters, I think the kitchen should have adequate ventilation. So that includes having enough windows that can actually open up to the outside to allow the air, fresh air to come in. Secondly, we should make sure that the kitchen has some dustbins so that we dispose it in the dustbins that will be lined so that we can take the plastics and then we throw them away. Thirdly, I think one other important thing is to make sure the flow of the kitchen is not a smooth flow because you know the kitchen oil spills, water spills.
Yes.
So if the flow is a smooth flow and it spills, it will be a hazard to the other members of the kitchen, the other chefs in the kitchen. So I think we should make sure the kitchen floor is a bit rough so that it doesn't become slippery. And then one other thing that I'll make sure is there in the kitchen, we should have sanitizers to keep sanitizing our surfaces in order to avoid food contamination and infections.
Do you have any question for us?
Yes.
Yes, please.
The question that I would ask is in this, if I get this job, what are the opportunities for growth or for improvement in this position?
Mhm. A good question, Tambo. This organization has some various branches within Kenya, as you have taken us through, and even abroad.
Yeah.
So I expect a lot from us, not even mentioning the in-house trainings that will be tackled and also will make you grow as a commis chef. So expect a lot from us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time, and we are looking forward to communicate should we consider you.
Thank you.
Thank you.